Cue the theme music. Hello and welcome. This is a Separatist Conquest Podcast. I am Dangrievous, and joining me are Gab, the Husky Dog, and the Shadowed One. Today we'll be reviewing the recently released Transformers Prime movie, Predacons Rising. We will talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, and if we had any problems, and overall what's our opinion of this way to end this series. Okay guys, with one word, what word would you use to describe this movie?
Decent.
I personally thought it was great.
It was good, yeah.
Good.
I'm kind of cross, but good.
Okay. So basically, the plot of the movie is basically Cybertron's terraformed. Megatron's come back, but he's not Megatron. It's actually Unicron who wants to destroy Cybertron, and chaos ensues. I mean, personally, I liked it. I know about.
I liked it too. It was a good film. All the voice acting was great. I think one of the best performances in that movie, besides of course Frank Welker's performance, was probably Will Friedel's voice as Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed.
It makes me sad though to think that if they got him to do the voice earlier, like he could have been like that through the whole show.
Yeah, but then they should pick somebody else for Jack Darby, because they really sound alike, if you ask me. But again, that's why we didn't have Jack Darby in the movie, because Will Fredo took over as Bumblebee, and he sounded great for what he had to do. I mean, I just, when I hear him, I imagine Unstoppable or Battle Beyond.
Yeah, those are two of my favorite shows, yeah.
I don't know why, but what do you guys... I think, aside from the voice acting, I think one of my favorite aspects of this movie was the animation. I thought it was... I'm going to sound weird saying this, but I actually think the animation throughout the most of the series is actually not as good as the first 5 episodes, Darkness Rising. This is the first time since those 5 episodes that the animation has actually looked fantastic. Like, the attention to detail and everything, and the way they actually made it look... They actually made it look metallic, like, there was a nice big shine on it and everything like that. It looks fantastic. And you can... And for example, whenever Optimus Prime took off in his jetpack, you could literally see every particle of the little explosion that would just happen as he takes off. But
yeah, that was good.
I kind of wish the animation was a little more cinematic, like the first couple episodes of the 3rd season.
Yeah, but for an attempt they did, it was actually it wasn't actually that bad.
Because you could you in the first 4 episodes of the 3rd season, you could really see everything in like the reflections and the Megatron after they blow up the base. And
the fire was amazing.
The animation in those scenes were like, whoa, that's so real, it's so amazing. That's so amazing there. Very cinematic, felt very movie-like.
Yeah.
That's kind of an aspect I really like, is the fact that the Transformers, they're not meant to look realistic. They're not meant to, at least the design-wise, they're supposed to look like cartoons. They look very, very reminiscent of Transformers animated designs. They were very, very blocky and very cartoon-like, but they're just trying to make them look more realistic. Kind of like what the Cybertron games did. Take cartoon designs and make them much more realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're sort of talking about it in general rather than the movie. So I guess one thing we can say is, who would be your favorite character in the movie?
Yeah.
For any reason whatsoever.
Yeah, that's easy for me.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're going to say. It's probably going to be the same as me. Yeah, exactly.
Shockwave.
Oh
Knockout.
Knockout was also awesome.
I love that.
Him changing sides.
If one spoiler I really want to talk about, it was a great film and everything, but I felt like it could have been longer, of course.
I agree. It's only an hour. It's only an hour long.
It was only 2 episodes, literally. If you think about it, it was almost 3 episodes, about more than an hour at least.
It was like an hour and 5 minutes.
22 minutes. It was almost 3 episodes without commercials, but with commercials, probably be like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah, I've actually heard from a friend that there are sites that are actually saying the Blu-ray release is going to be longer or something like that.
I hope for. That's probably the only reason I'm ever going to get it.
I still think that actually why it's going to be longer on the Blu-ray release is because there were a lot of things that were just left out and not included because I think it was prepared to be an hour-long TV movie, and they were just going to reserve 2-episode time slots. And that's why the story is going to be longer, and they're going to explain a lot of things, because a lot of things just appeared and went, including Shockwave. I mean,
that's probably one of my few complaints about the film. Like, Shockwave, he's good throughout most of it, and then like, okay, there's a scene where Unicron he raises the army of the Predacons, and Starscream cows away like the coward, he flies away like the coward he really is. Yeah, exactly. And Shockwave actually stands to fight, and then he turns into his tank and fights them off, and then he gets, I don't know, surrounded by them, and he apparently gets ripped apart, and then they never explain how he survived. He just randomly appears, and he's like, an impressive display for my creations. But would it not be more logical to employ
You don't
light
need an
elsewhere?
explanation for how Shockwave survived. He's a badass. Who cares?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I like Shockwave a lot better than Starscream.
He's a survivalist.
Yeah.
He survived almost getting blown up in a space bridge. So what's the problem?
Yeah. You can jump off a tower and survive.
Well, let's just be happy that he survived, because before I saw that scene where he was talking to the Predacons, yes. Before I saw that scene where he was talking with the Predacons, I thought he was dead, and I was gonna be so pissed that they didn't even show me the end, and it was just like, oh yeah, the Predacon zombies are up, and they're just going to destroy.
And then Shockwave's like, I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm still here.
And then he just disappears. Like we never see him again. Like his story's not really completed.
It's not.
I mean, if there's one thing I do give this movie credit, it actually really made Predaking very likable. He's become he's probably my third favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
Because ever since that episode Evolution, that's when I've really started to like him.
Except I felt like he was underused in the movie.
No, I thought he was one of the characters that had the most
thoroughly underused, because the whole. It's called Predacons Rising, but the movie is really about Unicron Rising.
Yeah,
actually, but Predacons Rising is not about only the Predacons that are on Shockwave and Starscream's side. It's about the disgusting zombie ones, which were creepy.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't know. I think this is kind of a problem I sort of had with the film. But again, this is more like from a movie standpoint. It sort of is a bit unfocused. It's like it doesn't know who it wants to focus on. Because I mean, who would you guys say is the main character of this movie? Certainly not Optimus. Certainly not Optimus, because he's been in 4 series.
No, it had too many plot points that I was trying to focus on. But the plot point that I really focused on, that I really liked, was the Unicron Megatron confrontation.
Yeah, exactly.
Within his mind. Those two together in the talking
in his mind, yeah.
Yeah, those scenes were probably the best in my opinion.
Oh yeah. But what do you guys think of his new design?
Oh yeah, I love that design. It was really good.
But Dan, okay, this is interesting. Dan hates it. The Shadow One loves it. Round 1, fight!
I hate this design because it really looks cheap, because it really clashes with, especially that poop brown, which I know it's supposed to represent the Unicron part of Megatron now, but it really looks like the cheap plastic that sometimes Hasbro uses on some of its Transformers, and it really looks cheap. It looks like the cheap metally plastic thing they put on some of the Transformers.
They could have done more work to it, of course. I would have liked to see something a little more different.
Yeah, and
it's the head design I despise. It just looks weird. It's like, because I don't know, there's a friend of mine at school, we sort of talk about Megatron a lot, and we sort of agree that Megatron's head, originally, it's cool, but this one's just retarded. It's like if you took it on Photoshop and you, like, stretched his head upwards, gave him bigger eyebrows and a crown. That's what it looks like, and it just looks so silly.
Sort of looks like he just came out of the swamp. Like.
Yeah, that's what I think. I do like a lot of the other things. Yeah, maybe the brown.
Out of the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. It was rusty,
Fall
so
from space into the water, probably burned up in the atmosphere, and then landed in the water, where probably
that's actually
killed
good.
thousands of fish.
But overall, even though as much as I love the movie, it's not that complex and problematic. It's
Yeah.
really simplistic because it's basically Unicron coming back and wanting to destroy Cybertron. That's basically the plot of the movie, and it's basically just one way or another, everybody trying to stop it. In many ways, and just somebody
Yeah.
getting in the way. It's like instead of just focusing on because Optimus goes to get the Allspark from somewhere, which turns out to be a very nice plot point.
I thought was quite good actually. You know how they bring the Allspark into this.
Yeah, it's better than
Yeah.
the idiotic, moronic Bay movies.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yes.
Allspark's just a cube and
I
he
just want
shoves
to
it
throw
in and
it
makes
out
one.
there.
Oh yeah, the cube.
This movie is a million times better than any of the Transformer movies, Bay movies for sure.
Oh yeah.
The
This is,
worst
Gab and I
episode,
both have displayed our despising hate.
Oh yeah, many times, many
Many times.
times.
well,
Many
the
times.
most okay episode of the series is much better than any of the movies. Even the
Yeah.
most lame
Oh yeah.
or boring episode is better than the Bay movie. That's like,
Oh,
yeah,
anything in Transformers Prime is better than the Michael Bay films. I think that we can establish.
Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
agreed.
And one thing that, and again, this is basically the whole quest: Unicron versus everybody else, and his quest to destroy, the core. Basically, he goes
Yeah.
through all the
This, yeah.
motions. They just detour from time to time to see what Shockwave and Starscream, who I didn't expect to show up. I thought they were almost gone, but yeah, they showed up, which was cool. Yeah,
I
that's
was a little slightly disappointed that there wasn't a big final battle between Unicron and Optimus or anything.
Yeah, that fight only
It just
lasted like
felt
30
brief
seconds.
and not like it
It's literally
what?
30 seconds. And then like the way Unicron just you get this is another spoiler. But Unicron he gets trapped inside the Allspark, but I did like the way they finished off Optimus. Like
Yeah.
he didn't get killed, he didn't get injured or anything like that. He basically became one with the Allspark by absorbing the Allspark into the matrix of leadership.
Yeah.
So now he has to
And
travel
another
to
thing is that Megatron did not die. Spoiler.
that I loved. I
He
love that line he has at the end.
that's where I'm a
That,
little cross though. I mean, I really wish Megatron was in control the whole time, not Unicron.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yes,
at least
was talking, but it was Unicron, not Megatron, and
but
Megatron
at
was
least yeah,
in
at
suffering
least
in the movie.
at least they gave Frank Welker to doing this movie. I think they really got him to shine in this film a lot
Yeah,
more than he does in the
Yeah.
series.
but I did like how he went into self-imposed exile.
yeah.
Which
Yeah, like
where is he gonna go? We don't know, but you know
yeah,
what?
that I don't know that line. I just adore it.
Because I now know the true meaning of oppression, and have thus lost my taste for inflicting it.
That I thought was great.
Well, yeah,
a
basically,
great piece of character development for Megatron.
yeah, that's
I'm still cross about that. I mean, I guess because Unicron, really freaking
Yeah.
destroyed him almost.
Yeah.
The torture
So-
was like he finally, oh geez, like that's Unicron probably worse than him.
that's why
yeah.
it made sense for Megatron to not be in control of himself.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I almost
Yeah.
felt like it was out of character. Then I kind of thought about it a little more.
Yeah.
But I guess if there's one character in this movie who I felt stayed in character throughout the whole film was Starscream.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
I just love at the end, even though he doesn't have much screen time in this film, he in the end when Megatron he says the Decepticons are no more, and then Starscream he goes he basically is like the old Starscream from season one where he tries to take over the Decepticons and then he gets ambushed by Predaking and the other two Predacons, and this is another scene that's up to debate. He gets the shit beaten out of him.
No, he's probably
Yeah.
he probably got ripped to pieces.
No.
Settled.
I hope.
No,
Yeah,
actually, I don't think so. I mean, like Megatron,
Yeah,
like Shockwave, even though they said that the Decepticons are no more, I think Predaking would not kill him. He would just do to him what Starscream did to him.
except to the extreme because now Starscream's against three Predacons instead of just one.
Well, I could just see Starscream being dismantled and his leg being in the one room, his head being in the other side of Cybertron.
I would think that they would at least rip off Starscream's wings off so he can't just fly away. That would
like
be the
they
first
did
thing.
before.
Or rip out
Yeah.
his T-cog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could do that. That would be good. But then again, do Predacons even know about T-Cogs?
Well, they
No.
did.
They must do. They must do because that is kind of an aspect I find really strange. How T-Cogs, are supposed to allow them to scan vehicles and have weapons and transform, and yet Predacons seem to have them as well, and yet they never seem to have that evolutionary stage. But yeah, I think we'll discuss that more in whenever we talk about Predacons in
Yes.
any upcoming podcasts.
Yes, because we
So,
will be reviewing the entire series. I know that we started from basically backward, but we will be reviewing the entire season from season 1 with the 5-part,
Darkness Rising,
2D final episodes where spoilers, I presume
Deadlock.
everybody has seen them who love the series, where basically they save Earth from being terraformed into an entire cyberstorm.
So I guess the last thing we can do is any final thoughts of the film, and what would you guys rate it out of 5?
Go watch it. I would give it. I would give it a good 4 out of 5.
I would say the same thing. It has its flaws, yeah, but it is still a decent flick, and it is very enjoyable, and it's great to see Transformers Prime end on a really good note.
Yeah,
Unlike,
that's the thing. It had a great
Yeah.
ending. It had a great ending. That's the way you end
a good
show.
ending, a good ending, very satisfying, even though it does kind of make you wish for a little bit more. But
I've watched so many series finales this year. It makes me so sad.
Clone Wars, Transformers
Yes,
Prime.
again, but
Breaking Bad. If you ever
Oh
seen
yeah,
that.
I've never seen that one.
yeah, but again, at least Transformers Prime decided and it ended when it wanted. It was not forced.
Exactly.
It wasn't forcing episodes onto us. It
No, no,
you know
no.
it, and,
It wasn't killed because
oh yeah, it wasn't killed by Hasbro.
yeah, which could have
Yeah,
happened.
Oh
and
yeah.
we got some of the best. We got all the best voice actors in the world doing all the characters. And it's sad to see it go. It's sad that it's over.
Overall,
I just say
overall, I would say the movie is good to see because it's really enjoyable for any Transformers Prime fan because it ends all the loose ends, and especially with, I know Shockwave survives and some others survive too, but Shockwave is loyal to Megatron, and if Megatron says the Decepticons are no more, I'm pretty sure Shockwave is gonna do something good or just gonna be like gonna help the Autobots. I don't know. But again, it ended on a nice note. It actually tied up a lot of loose ends, and it's really fun to watch. And it just feels complete.
So what's your rating?
I would rate it 5 out of 5 because I just felt a really nice feeling inside seeing what Megatron said, the whole evolution of Knockout and him becoming a good guy, the whole resolution with the Predacons and Starscream, and especially they didn't kill off my beloved Shockwave. Sad Soundwave was not here, but he's in the disgusting shadow zone. You know, and, yeah,
spoiler for the season finale.
yeah. Well, we're talking.
Oh yeah, Soundwave.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. So oh yeah, what about Alex?
Yeah, I thought it was really
What would you
good.
say?
Yeah, 4 out of 5. I also love that Knockout changed sides because after all, he does transform into a car. And yeah, anyone who's seen Transformers Prime should definitely watch this movie.
I'd even say most Transformers fans, not just the ones of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah, 5 out of 5. That's for sure.
So stay tuned for for all upcoming episodes where we shall be beginning with reviewing the series of Transformers Prime, starting with the first episode of Darkness Rising. See you then. This is me, Gab2671.
I am the Shadow 111.
I'm Alex, also known as TheHuskyDog7. Bye.
Okay, and I am Dangrievous, so stay tuned!
And remember, folks, transform and roll out.